Hey, good morning. Welcome. Wanted to, this is a shout out to ninth graders. The purpose of this video is to kind of do a little bit of a talk about your ethics project. We think we're calling it your, your ethics project. So let's talk about that for a few minutes. First of all, number one, I wanted you to select a topic, and you used one of my sheets, and I asked for if you wanted to do something that was different than what one of my sheets had, that you could do that. So the first thing I wanted you to do is to consider your subject. Number two, kind of as part of that, I wanted you to actually prepare a truth statement, a ethical truth statement, and basically boil it down to one, this is right because, or this is the question. So one of the things I want you to do is I want you to think very clearly about what truth statement, considering your project, are you really willing to defend. And in one sense, I want you to kind of think of this as a court case. I want you to kind of think about that mentality, and that's kind of how I'm going at it. So the first thing I want you to do is to choose a topic. Number two, I want you to kind of boil down your topic into a truth statement that you're willing to defend. Number three, I want you to do a URL. I kind of call it a URL, and I think that's, I probably should have done more of a bibliography, but in that Pathfinder assignment, what I have you do is I want you to find the source, and I want you to find 10 sources, and I want you to give me just a very short summary. I think that's a very good way of kind of finding out what is out there about your topic. And so that's the second thing that I wanted you to do. Next, what I wanted you to do is next week, we're going to have you as your, one of the things we're going to do is for you to email me your final truth statement, your final, that you're willing to defend, your ethical truth statement. And so I want you to do that. And then probably maybe the middle of the week, I will make your part one available to you. Now I'm going to look over here because my computer is over here. If you remember right, I said that there is 6 parts to that, and possibly 7. There's 6 parts to this project. There is what I'm looking over here. It's historical, demographical, what is it? Legal, biblical, and logical. Last year we only got to part 5, and in one sense, part 5 is part 6 is the conclusion, and then part 7 would be presentation. So I want you to think through. This one is called historical, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you kind of outline the history of your particular ethics project or dilemma, ethical dilemma. I want you to be able to do that. So let's kind of think through your mindset. First of all, think of it kind of as a court case. So you make a truth statement. This is wrong, or this is right. Once you do that, how do you know it's true? Because you made a truth statement, therefore you're trying to prove it's true. Well, part of that is choosing your moral theory. And I gave you 4 moral theories in class. You have basically the divine command theory, which says that if God says it, based upon his nature, then it is true. Then you have the 3 subjective theories, which would have been writings, peers and elders, and then ethical egoism or I. So those are your 4 ethical systems that you can choose from. So that's the first thing. Then once you've done that, your job is to collect evidence. And where are you going to collect evidence? There's from the Bible, from philosophy, from psychiatry, from tests that are done. All these things. Now, I would put a priority on the Bible, of course, because I think that is the best place to get truth statements. That's the best place to confirm truth, and I'll make that very clear up front. But truth is also in other places, and so I'm wanting to give you the opportunity of doing a good research to be able to understand other points of view. Well, not really other points, just other sources of evidence. And so that's number 2. Number 3 is a logical case, and then your job is to put all of that information, to put that cumulative case into a logical position, and so which you are willing to defend. So that's kind of where I'm going. If you want to, I've got this paper, which is the Ethics Issue Project. That's on the portal, so you can see the 6 parts of this project that we have, and also understand that kind of the parts of it as it's been defined under historical. It looks like there's 6 parts under historical. Those are the parts that you will basically find. Also, we're going to have you do bibliographies, whether it's just URLs or full, because I want you to have, when you do your full case, when you do your cumulative case, you need to be able to have access to all the information that you collected. And so I want you to be, as you go, to continue to have almost this notebook of information that you're going to be able to do. So that's kind of a quick summary of this project, and if you have any questions, obviously email me. That would be great. This is our 9th grade ethics project. So have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.